Okay, I'd like to say a bit about Frowe's take on the argument against UAVs from shifting costs. So, the premise that she targets is the one that says UAV use shifts defensive costs from combatants to innocent people that the combatants can themselves bear. So, she thinks that's true sometimes, but it's not true all the time. And so, here's what she says. In some cases, drone use is wrong, and in some cases, it's wrong for the very reason that it said. Conventional warfare costs combatants who could have used UAVs more. So again, you think about the Navy SEALs who went in to get Osama bin Laden, and if they had done it with a drone strike, it wouldn't have cost them. They wouldn't have had to risk their lives. And so conventional warfare, putting soldiers on the field, it costs more for the combatants than UAVs. That's true. And it's true that in some cases it costs non-combatants more. But that's not always true. Frowe says that, look, there's going to be some cases where conventional warfare sometimes is equally or more costly to the non-combatants. So pilots actually flying and dropping huge bombs, that's costly to non-combatants. Putting troops on the ground where everybody's fighting or whatever, that can be costs in an area rather than like if you can target one specific spot with a bomb or a drone rather than working people in there, that can be costly to non-combatants as well. And so there's going to be a range of cases, some of them where drone strikes shift the burden to non-combatants, other cases where non-combatants are better off or just as badly off, not made worse off by the use of drones, where conventional warfare and drone warfare is just as bad. And what Frowe says is that in cases like that, UAVs are more ethical than conventional warfare. And so she has this variant on the example. Again, go back to the example where murderer's attacking me. And in the original variant of the example, I can die or break my friend's leg. And then in the other variant of the example, I can break my leg or my friend's leg in the course of defending myself. And Frowe says, what about this other example? Imagine that those aren't my choices. Imagine that the murderer is attacking me and my choice is this. On the one hand, I can use a conventional method to protect myself and from the murderer. And in doing so, I would break my own leg as well as my friend's leg. So that's one alternative. My leg goes and my friend's leg goes. Another alternative is only my friend's leg is broken. And Frowe says, it seems like the clear choice there is to just have my friend's leg be broken. Either way, my buddy's leg is going to be broken. Why both? If my buddy's leg is going to be broken, whether it's along with mine or alone, better that my friend's leg is broken alone. And so she says, in cases like that, drone use is okay. Now, there may be a practical issue here. And the practical issue it might be hard to tell in some cases when conventional war is more costly and when it's not. Fair enough. It also might be, there might be a clear range of cases where it is more costly. And we might have biases at work that, since it's so easy on us to say, in our combatants to say, look, since it reduces the risk for our guys so much, it's going to be really tempting to pretend that it also reduces the risk for non-combatants. And so all of those things might come into play, but nevertheless, if there's clear cases where drones are no worse for non-combatants, and they're clearly better for our combatants, then it seems like it's okay, at least according to Frowe.